In the past 5 years, I've read over 300 books on money, psychology, sales, entrepreneurship, and self-improvement, and 99% of them were just a waste of time. But there were 5 books that completely changed my life and helped me to make over $500,000 online at the age of 21. And in this video, I'm going to share my transparent and raw opinion on these books and tell you what are my biggest takeaways that you can hopefully implement in your own life and get better results. This video is not sponsored by any of these authors, and there are not any affiliate links in the description or anywhere, so you can trust that all I'm going to share is just my transparent opinion. So without wasting time, the first book that completely changed my life is called Principles by Ray Dalio. If you don't know the author, he is literally a billionaire with a net worth of over 15 billion US dollars, and his book changed millions of lives. It's a New York Times bestseller, and in this book the author shares practical tips on how to build wealth and live a better life. And one of the simplest but one of the most impactful quotes that he has in the book is called the pain equation. And it sounds like this: pain plus reflection equals progress. This sounds incredibly simple, even too simple, but this is so true. Most people in this world, including me, are constantly trying to avoid discomfort in our lives. But in author's opinion, what you should do if you want to live a wealthier life is to be willing to go through pain and then reflect on that pain, because then you will learn lessons and then you will make progress towards your goals. For example, if you are feeling tired all the time, then if you reflect on that pain of being tired and unmotivated and uninspired, you can find out that probably one of the reasons of that is that you don't take care of your health, you don't take care of your sleep, and you don't go to the gym, you don't exercise, etc. So when you reflect on your pain, instead of just ignoring that as most people do, you can actually understand what's holding you back, and then you can solve that pain or the source of that problem, which in this case the solution might be going to the gym, exercising more, or sleeping better, and that will lead you to making more progress, which means you will live healthier, you will live more happy, you will have more mental clarity, which will lead you to making more money. Or let's say what job you are doing is something that you hate and it's very painful. If you reflect on it, maybe you will find out that this is not the career for you. And if you have the courage, maybe you can go and learn other skills and change your career into something that you are super passionate about, take the risk, and that can ultimately lead you to progress, because you might discover that new source of motivation and drive that you didn't have in your previous job. But in author's opinion, whenever you encounter pain in your life, if you actually reflect on that, then you can make progress. And nobody can avoid pain in their life. It's inevitable and it's going to happen to me too and to everyone. So why not to develop the skill of learning from your pains and mistakes and making progress because of them? This is very simple but really underestimated principle that really helped to change my life completely. And the next book that really changed my life is called 100 Million Leads by Alex Hormozi. The author Alex is an online entrepreneur with a net worth of over $100 million and his portfolio of online companies to over $200 million per year. And in this book, he talks about how you can get more customers or more leads and how it's going to help you to make more money. And one of the biggest takeaways from this book that Alex, the author, talks about a lot in the book is if you want to make more sales and if you want to make money and grow your business, then you should let more people know about your stuff. And the more people know about your product, about your service, or whatever you do, the more money you're going to make. And there are just 4 ways to get more people know about what you are selling. You can either reach out to people that you know, which is called the warm outreach. This is essentially reaching out to your Facebook friends, to your family members, and letting them know about your service or your product that you started to sell. There is the second way, which is called the cold outreach, which is when you message, email, or contact people that you don't know. This might be DMing people on Instagram that are not in your followers, but you know might be interested in your product. There is the third way, which is content, when you post reels, tweets, YouTube videos, and more people find out about you and your products. And there is the fourth way, which is paid ads, which means you can buy ads on platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and show an ad of your product to more people. These are literally the only 4 ways that you can let more people know about your stuff and you can market your product to make more money. And I guarantee that 99% of the business owners, including the past version of myself, they don't make as much money as they want to make, are simply not telling enough people about their product. Probably because they don't want to be judged or they don't want to be seen, but the fact is that this is a problem that if you solve, you will make more sales and you will make more money in your business. The book is filled with a lot of strategies, tips, and tactical things that you can do to market your business or service or even yourself more and to get more eyeballs or attention, which is, as you know, the most valuable currency in the 21st century. So if you are are struggling with leads, if you are struggling with getting customers for your business, then I would highly recommend you to read this book, because I truly think that it can help you to make more money in 2024 and beyond. And the third best book that I found is called The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This is a little bit controversial book because the author shares a lot of dark psychology and a lot of dark stuff on how other people can manipulate you and can lie to you without you even noticing. And when you learn about these 48 powerful tools, not only you can use them and hopefully ethically and get better results in business and in life and just be a better persuader, but most importantly, you can avoid manipulation from other people that have bad intentions. For example, one of the 48 rules is the rule number 6, which is called gain attention at all costs, where the author Robert Greene explains the power of attention and how people that are experts at getting as much attention as possible, no matter if it's offline or online, are the people that are making the most money, are having the most impact, and are changing the world the most. Because let's be honest, if no one is paying attention to you, then probably you will not be making a lot of money and you will not be able to affect these people positively in any way. If you look at Elon Musk, if you look at Joe Rogan, if you look at YouTubers like MrBeast or Ali Abdel or Iman Ghazi or Alex Hormozi, anyone that you can look up to, all of these people know how to get attention, and that's why they are able to make wealth way faster than people that do not develop this skill. Or the law number 16, for example, when it talks about using absence to gain respect, where the author talks about that you shouldn't chase people in your relationships or in your family all the time, because people start taking you for granted, and if you do it too much and you start being too annoying, they don't appreciate you. But on the other hand, if you know how to use absence in a smart way, and here and there you just don't message people as frequently as you used to, then because of human psychology, people might start respecting you more and they will be reaching out to you more. Now, I'm not saying to be an asshole to the people that you love and to not care about them and to not message them, but what I'm saying is that the author shares a very powerful principle that you can use sometimes in your life that can really help you to be in a better position in the social hierarchy. And most importantly, you can understand when people are using these principles upon you so you can avoid them and don't be a victim of their manipulation. Or the rule number 15, where it talks about that you should crush your enemy totally. This sounds very brutal, but it shares that the people that have the biggest results in life are the people that are the most relentless. What that means, let's say if you have a business competitor and they are trying to crush you and let you down, you cannot be just nice and perfect and just wish the best for them. You can be a very ethical and kind person, but when it comes to business and when it comes to performance, you should be relentless and you should compete and give it your best, and when you can win your competitors, you should try to crush them totally. Or if you don't want to do that, at least you can be aware of the fact that other people are going to try to do this to you, so you will be more aware and you will be more careful, which will increase the chances of you to staying successful in business for longer. So no longer how you look at this, if you think it's too controversial, if you think it's dark psychology, or if you think it's manipulation, I think that we can all agree that if you learn these principles, the least that you can do if you want to live an ethical life, you can use this to avoid other people's manipulations, and even just that will help you to live a better, more productive and happier life. And the book number 4 that helped me to scale my business to $500,000 online at the age of 21 is called The $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. Yes, it's the same author that wrote the $100 Million Leads, and this book is also extremely powerful. And in the book, the author Alex talks about how can you make offers so good that people feel stupid saying no. And he shares very powerful principles that if you implement, like guarantees, scarcity, urgency, and how you can increase the perceived value of your offers, how it can literally double your business in a month. Because let's be honest, the reason that most people's products and most people's businesses fail is because they don't have good products. And the reason that companies like Apple or Amazon make billions of dollars is not because of their secret marketing strategies, but it's because their products are really amazing, and that's why people are buying them. And in this book, author not only talks about the basic stuff, which is how to make your offers better, but he also talks about how can you change nothing about your product itself, but how if you just change the language, people will perceive it as something more serious and they will actually implement it and get better results. And one of the most powerful quotes that I have learned from Alex Hormozi is the following: if you want to create a compounding business, you either need to find people that will never stop buying from you, or you need to find people that will never stop selling for you. And if you think about it, companies like Apple or Google have literally people and customers going and telling their friends and selling selling their products on the behalf of the companies. Because if you want to be really big in business, you need to create such an exceptional product that people cannot stop talking about and sharing that with their friends. And once you understand this principle, you stop chasing all that marketing strategies and all of that hacks that still can be helpful, but you focus on the main thing that matters the most, which is if you create the best products and if you make offers so good that people feel stupid saying no, then you will make more money. And the fifth book that positively influenced my life is called Feel Good Productivity by YouTuber Ali Abdaal. Ali Abdaal is an ex-doctor who turned into a YouTuber and right now runs a multi-million-dollar business. And in this book, the author shares practical tips and strategies on how you can make your work more fun, more purposeful, and more enjoyable for yourself, which will make it easier for you to stay consistent and to not need as much discipline as you think you need. And to be honest, in this age, there are so many people that scream about discipline and that you should work 20 hours a day, which is simply not true. And if you look at people like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk or Mr. Beast or any other successful people in the world, the majority of them enjoy what they do. And that's why it's very hard to compete with them. Because even if you are a super disciplined person, it's still extremely hard for you to stay consistent and to work on something for 20 years if you don't enjoy what you are doing. This sounds simple, but 99% of the people in this world do not do what they enjoy. And you can say, oh Harold, it's not possible to always do what you enjoy. And yes, that is true. Sometimes you need discipline to do things when you don't feel like doing them. But ultimately, on the micro, if you don't enjoy what you are doing at all, eventually you are most likely going to quit. So I highly recommend this book for people that want to learn how they can make their work or their job more enjoyable and more fun, which not only will help you make more money and stay more consistent because you will be able to put in more work because you are enjoying that, but at the same time you will live a happier life, and most importantly, you will enjoy the journey. Because I'm sure you don't want to be the person that got to 8 years old and understood that yes, they made money or they become successful, but they hated their whole life. And I think you would agree that most people want to make money but at the same time enjoy the journey as much as possible, and that's what Ali Abdaal shares in this book called Feel Good Productivity. I really highly recommend this book to everyone who wants to become more productive and at the same time live a more meaningful and enjoyable life. These 5 books and all the principles that I shared with you really changed my life, and I wouldn't be in a position that I am right now without them. But of course, because of the short nature of this video, I physically couldn't share all the value that all of these books have, so even if at least one book from this list got you interested, I would highly recommend you to go and check them out. And if you don't have the money to buy them, at least go on YouTube and watch free summaries about each book. I truly think that they can help them a lot. But at the same time, I really want to be honest with you, and I want to tell you that just reading books will not make you rich. It can help you to be more productive, it can help you to reach your goals more faster and do it in a better ways, but it will never do the work for you. If you want to be successful, you need to go into the real world, start a business, fail and learn from your own experiences, and that's what's going to give you the most learnings in your life. So I think the best approach that you can have when it comes to books, in my personal opinion, is you should read them and you should implement the stuff from them, but at the same time you should always go and learn from your experience, and you should take massive action so you can actually have a real experience to learn from. And that's the best strategy in my opinion if you want to live a happier, more productive and overall more successful life. I definitely haven't figured it all out, but I do think that these books really help me, and if you implement this approach, I do really believe that it can help you in your life as well. That being said, I'm curious to hear your opinion in the comments. Have you read these books? What things you agree with and what things you disagree with? I really want to have a discussion with you. But if you want to learn how exactly I've made over $500,000 at the age of 21, you can just click this video where I talk about my whole unfiltered story. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and I will see you in that video.